Well, everyone, it's just about almost 8 p.m. here in Crestone, Colorado. It is the time to say goodbye. Thank you for being with us throughout the week of this Eco-Spiritual EarthStock Summit 2024. We appreciate every single one of you for tuning in, for being a part of this global summit. We've had presenters from Tokyo, from Belize, from all over the world, and we have been here together with everyone who was here at Crestone, our speakers, our elders, our presenters. But I do want to say that I didn't get a chance until now to publicly thank our Vancouver production team. Michael Kraus, you and your team have my undying gratitude for everything that you have done for us. Rachel Tice, the EarthStock Foundation, for the vision and for putting this together. And Michael, since you're on camera with me, is there anything that you would like to add before we sign off until next year?
I would like to add that I'm receiving your gratitude really deeply in my heart, and the experience that I had over the last 7 days and being here and facilitating and helping with the broadcast and seeing the different cultures, the different backgrounds, the different belief systems, the different ethnic groups from all over the world participate, it allowed me to feel hope. There is so much beauty out there. There is so much kindness out there. There's so much love out there, and we just have to open up our eyes to see it. And I believe that this piece is within each and one of us. And to be in a room, or when I say in a room, in a virtual space with such wisdom and such knowledge is such a gift and such an honor. And I specifically want to thank you, Carmen, for your contribution and for your dedication and for your beautiful heart, and to all of the presenters, to all of Michael DiMartino who had the idea, and he relentlessly he was on podcast and he was on radio, and he spread the word all over, and I believe that we had some beautiful people come up, and what I've also learned is that the dedication of the heart and being in your purpose, and looking at Michael DiMartino and his vision and his dedication and his ferocity within it, and then to finally, it's one thing to talk about things, it's another thing to actually do it, and he did it. And so within that is also a piece of humbleness, and I've witnessed him a couple of times. One was with Sadhguru in the morning, where Sadhguru came onto the screen, and I get goosebumps here, but Michael DiMartino, he had tears in his eyes. He recognized the presence of Sadhguru. And then there was another one that was, who was that with? And he literally broke down in tears. And I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful to really witness how somebody can break a man's heart open in humility, and in such deep reverence for this man and for his dedication, and what an event that was. And it's not going to be the last one, as I believe it will be. And I would love for you to come to Vancouver, and I would love at some point to wrap my arms around you and take you in my arms and tell you that I love you. And it is really, I think in this day and age, it is about the physical connection. And even though we are sitting here in Vancouver, in Crestone, Colorado, it was EarthStock Festival, or still is going on until 10-11 o'clock tonight, or it will continue on forever. But I believe that the real power is in the physical connection. And I think that we have to start to relearn how to be in relationship with one another. And one of the things that I'm bringing forward in the next few weeks is a daily show called One by One. It's going to be a daily broadcast, 5:30 in the evening, coming out of a professional studio. And
Oh, that's
from my
wonderful.
experience, what is needed right now is that we need to build those connections again. And one prime example, and that's all I want to share, is if I say how are you to somebody, before I say it, I take a step back, and I'm in my mind and in my heart, I'm going, hey brother, hey sister, how are you actually dealing with that? There's so much going on. There's so much to deal with. Like, how are you? How are you? And so out of that respect, or out of that recognition of another person's soul first before recognizing the person itself, I always find that there is an opening within the other person. And some people look at me and they're kind of, what does that man want from me? But I also feel that there's a softness that I can reach within another person's heart. And I believe that it is that softness, it is that kindness, it is the empathy, and it is collaboration and cooperation that is needed right now in the planet if we're going to shift this into a new humanity. And so I can talk on forever and ever and ever, but I'll
That's
pass it back.
okay, because thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that with me, because I think that is one of the greatest lessons that I've learned this week, is the ability to, connect through technology. I love that we have had that opportunity to learn how to do this in this way. Um, but it's a tool, in my opinion. It's a tool so that we can connect in the physical world. And like we have done here, we spent months, as you know, having Zoom production meetings. And then I got to meet everyone in person here. And it was just this most joyful moment. And I think you and I should do our own interview somewhere else and have our own podcast. But I think what I'd like to do before we sign off for this year, and as tired as I am, I didn't think that I would want to keep going on. I thought, okay, let's just say goodbye, let's go. But that's not how I'm feeling right now. And I think part of it is, as I was mentioning to you off camera, the most incredible thing that probably has happened to me in the last decade was the blessing that I received today from the Sisters of the One Drum to be in their to be surrounded by them, to be in the center of their circle, to receive their blessings and their honor from the different tribes. It's, as you can see, it has deeply, deeply, completely changed me. And one of the advice that I got from Auntie was that I will never walk the same again. And she's absolutely right. I will never walk through the world in the same manner again. I have their blessing and their support for the project that I'm working on, the Indigenous World Music Hall of Fame, and to receive their support the way that I did it. I hope that I get to post some videos. I got to record it. I got their permission, but I want to make sure it's okay that I can, share it on social media and the photos before I do any of that, out of respect to them, because I want to shout it to the rooftops now. But I think one of the greatest honors that I've had in my life, in front of the camera, behind the camera, is being a part of this event. And thank you all who have been tuning in and who've been with us 1 day, 2 days, 7 days. Thank you for allowing me to be your MC and your host. I didn't get a chance to do this before, and I hope it's okay, Michael, but I would like to just do the send off with a little musical offering that I didn't think I would want to do or be able to do. And so I'm going to try it now. It's a song that I wrote a long time ago, about 4 decades ago, about my experience in a little town in Mexico. And I am not trying to be disrespectful to anyone, but the song that I was moved to write has to do with the contrast between a solid gold altar in a little town in Mexico that had to have 24/7 armed guards around it. It was, and I appreciate art and beauty in all its forms. And it's very famous. I can't remember the name of the town, but you go there to the small little church to see this work of art that is made from solid gold. But I never made it inside the little church because when I stepped off the bus, I was surrounded by children who didn't have shoes on feet. They had extended bellies. I knew that they hadn't had food for a while. And my mind and my heart could not reconcile the two extremes in that area, in that town, in front of that church. And so I couldn't go inside, but I went back. So basically I took a 2-hour drive on a bus out of Mazatlan and a 2-hour drive back, and I never witnessed this gold altar. But I was given this song that I dreamt that night. So I haven't sung it in a long time. I'm a little bit choked up and I don't have my band, but we're going to give it a go. It's called Soul in the Mirror. Emotions waking, dawn is breaking, darkness fading into light, dreams of mine taking flight, safe cocoon of lies, eyes that see my soul in the mirror, empty visions from my mind. The time has come, no more hunger, no more pain. How can you not care? The time has come. Ignore the children, don't you dare. Time passes swiftly, age comes quickly. Altruistic deeds aren't dead. Heal with your heart and with your love. Calm the fever, cure the dread. Eyes that see my soul in the mirror. Empty visions, know your soul. La hora llegó, no más hambre, no más dolor. No puedes ignorarlos, la hora llegó. Cuida a los niños mucho más, que no sabes el futuro es hoy. The time has come, no more hunger, no more pain. How can you not care? The time has come. Ignore the children, don't you dare.
Sounds like the treasure was not in the church, but outside the church.
Thank you. What a way to say goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Michael, for everything. Thank you to all the production crews, the staff, the volunteers, the attendees, the presenters, the guest speakers, and our elders, and for me particularly, the Sisters of the One Drum. Thank you.